Okay. So, felt good in practice there. I think we probably got the fastest lap. Yeah, I think so. So now, let's try to qualify. Hopefully my cover is working so you don't see what I'm doing. Not that I care. And let's look at the info. I mean, I don't care. It's just I buy these setups from, and then I tweak them. But so we got 83.83, so that is less than it has been. So that's good news. Might be a little faster than we thought. Let's see. Trying to burn off a little bit of fuel here. I don't have the patience for that, to be honest. So let's just go get them. I'm not sure what the exact right qualifying fuel is. The last race, which I just recorded and posted onto YouTube, yeah, I was rushing to get a qualifying setup in, so I'm not sure exactly how many laps of fuel I should put, or how many gallons. First lap, no big deal. Feels like we might get a good lap on the second one, so let's see. At least wanted to stick. Let's see. That's about how we want it to drive in the race too, so 30.061, that's a good qual. Much better than we did in the last race. So we'll see if that's good enough. Looks pretty good. We did get pole on the last race, but race didn't fall in our favor. We got kind of pinned. And then I was trying to make up time on second place. I fell back from first to third in the last race, and got pinned, and then was trying to make up a little bit of time, scraped the wall on the outside, and then I had to do 3 pit stops to fix all the damage. But then got back out there, and you can watch the end of the race if you want. I did have to fight from the back a little bit. All right, let's make sure we get switched over to our race set. And by the way, I did start with Josh Chin. Josh Chin's setup here. He's just been fantastic. Kind of alternate between him and Constantini over on VRS. But Josh just has a certain style that I really like his sets. And so I had to tweak it. I always end up tweaking these things a little bit and doing some extra longer distance runs. And first time out, really had some issues in the first race. I still haven't fully figured it out. Wish I knew what the exact situation was, but basically I had snap understeer coming through turn 1 and then coming out of turn 4 like 5 or 6 laps later. And so I kind of had to bail on the very first race that I was in. And then managed to get into another race, and it went significantly better. So you can see that race just previous to this one. And now we get to start all over clean. And let's see if we can put this setup to good work. We did qualify on the pole. 83-degree track, so that's like 5 degrees less than I was facing before. About the same humidity. Let's go ahead and grid it up.
Green flag, next time by. Line up on the inside.
So we're starting next to Adam Key. Behind us, Chris Blackstock, Alexander Kareba, Stephen Cameron, and Verkateren Arnaud. And can't see anybody else in the field here. Andrea, I recognize him from the IndyCar races.
Good luck.
Still learning all these guys. Looks like the number 1 car ended up all the way back in 16th, so who knows. 21 cars in this one. Hey, good luck, everybody. So here we go. We are still streaming. So let's see if we can make the most of this time. Keys of this race for me are to keep it clean. I've had difficulty with that the last few races. I've gotten into some incidents and really knocked down the old safety rating. And B, it starts tight. The car does start tight after fresh tires, so just got to be a little aware of that. It takes about 2 laps or 3 laps for it to fully come in. Probably better to train the tires, get the tires good in the first couple of laps, and kind of resist doing much battling if I can. So we'll see if we can try to get the start right and own the race into the first corner as we wait for, I guess, everybody to make it onto the grid. It's like Chris Blackstock did not make it onto the grid.
Catch the pace car.
So, there's really not much to this in terms of kind of the approach. I think it's generally, when you're doing one of these starts and you have to pace it, you really get the decision when you're on the pole. You can really decide, how do I want to attack this?
Ready?
And usually I try to hang back just a little bit and then make an arbitrary decision when I'm going to go. So I hang back.
Here at Gateway with full course caution, so get her done. Small wrecking in the first corner, guys.
Pace car's leaving. Green, green, green.
Green, green, green. Looks like we got a good start. Okay, let's see what we can do. We have a tiny bit of a gap. No wrecks so far. Gap looks like it's about the same. Be patient. Wait for that car to rotate. There's your yellow.
Nice work.
Sorry, just put her on the brake. Let's do anything.
Exactly, no contact, right?
Catch the pace
I
car.
feel like I've never seen anybody. I can't catch a break.
Catch stop 2, car. Catch the pace car. Catch stop 18, Tom. Pit road is now open.
I actually got a 0x for that. I think I just got a 0x for hitting something on the ground, like a piece of debris.
Someone ran over something, I saw it. I'm done, I cannot believe it. I can't catch a break in this damn iRacing anymore.
Sorry to hear that, bud. Come on back next time, I'm sure it'll change. Really sucks when you have those bad races. I just had one at
Those things are
IndyCar.
made to be lost and gotten back, so you can do it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had a... Oh, no. You're blinking and kind of scaring me. So, we'll see. I don't know where Matt's from, but could be he might have some lag issue. We'll see. He may be coming into the pits. I don't know why it's telling me to stay behind him. I thought they sent them to the front if they're a lap down like that. Looks like he's going to come into the pits. So that's nice and lucky for us. So yeah, we managed to get the new off of the tires, so like it really, when we come back to green, which is going to be in 2 more laps, we should be able to pretty much drive our line and not have to worry too much about altering it for the tight car on new tires. So we got 2 laps. And we did get a really good start last time. We'll have to see. Boy, in the last race, I had it was tricky keeping up with the guys in the front. They know how to get excellent starts. Andreas and Nikita were fantastic in the last race. At the beginning, until I had my incident, sadly. But yeah, again, if you want to watch that race, it's on YouTube. It's the last race that I did before this one. But 5 laps in, 50 to go. It's still anybody's race, and anything could happen with the car. I still am not 100% sure that I'm out of the danger zone as far as the snap oversteer. I still feel like maybe there were just circumstances in that particular race, the first one that I did, that caused that. Because I really didn't have that at all last time. There was no scare of that. It ran just fine, even with all the incidents that I had. So this race, like I said, car's feeling good, and see if we can make it work on the next start. Now the cool thing is I don't have to worry about fuel in this series. We're not coming in to do pit stops, and so like, in fact, I'm pretty sure we're just overfilling these cars, to be honest. I probably don't need to start with that much fuel, but yeah, I don't have to worry about that. The tires are really good. If you work them well over the course of the stint, they should hold just fine. I haven't done 40 laps, I don't think, on a single set of tires, so that could be weird, but the wear that I've seen has been great. Anyway, usually about now I'm trying to save fuel under the caution and run up in 6th gear and stuff, but instead we don't have to worry about that. We could literally just run in 1st gear the whole time. So I love to just do this and hold nice and steady.
Pace cars in. Green flag, green flag.
Decent start. give away too much.
Yellow flag is out. Line up single
Oh,
file.
boy.
Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
Pace on the backstretch.
Pit road is now open.
It was like in the middle of 3 and 4.
So, yeah, I mean, I didn't love how my car was getting away from Adam or how much he was catching me, but with just the one lap, it's tough to tell. He did gain a couple of tenths on me, but, and again, I don't like giving these guys too many attempts to overtake me on the starts. This was kind of how the last race went too. A lot of cautions. Unfortunately, I was the cause of one of them, which was difficult. By the way, have I mentioned that I put that video on YouTube also, so you can watch that one after this? It's worth it just because, I mean, that's the most... typically when you get damage to your car, you know, you gotta bail on the race if it's significant. And in that race, I didn't have to bail. It told me that I had wheel damage, and usually that for the Indy car that could be the end. But for this car, apparently they were able to fix it. But I'll let you watch how that all unfolded. Here, though, we're still in control, still first after 9 laps.
Nice paint, Pablo. Yeah. Juan Pablo is probably my favorite driver.
Catch the pace car.
So, just trying to keep it in the line here. Again, not totally convinced we can run away from Adam yet. That was a little worrying on the last restart, how he managed to clip a couple tenths back. But we'll see ultimately, because I feel real strong about this setup. And again, I just have to say thanks to Josh for putting out really good setups, and this one drives very differently than the VRS. If you look at the setup, it is very different. Very, very different in a number of different ways. And this one, when you get it up and working right, every lap this thing's just on rails. It's really, that's the thing is, I was telling my dad earlier about the last race when I was out, and just saying how I went into testing afterwards with this setup, and I was trying to simulate the snap oversteer so I could see if I could fix it, and I just couldn't get it to work. So like an iRacing anomaly maybe from that first race, but I tried. It seems like the harder you throw this setup, this car, into turn 1, the faster you go. It wants to ride really, really hard through turn 1 and 2. And so there's a lot of confidence that you can get there. But I was not able to simulate that snap oversteer. So, gosh, I keep getting frogs in my throat today. Should have a frog up there on the nose, tribute to my father, Fred. Greenfield, world's greatest race car driver. Hope he's listening. I am streaming this, by the way. I don't do live streams right now, but maybe some point in the future, so stay tuned for that. Alright, here we go.
Sorry, I gotta stay behind the 14.
Green, green, green.
Another good start. This guy Adam. He is quick. Just a little bit tight right there.
Yellow flag is out. Line up single file.
And again.
Catch the nice car.
Checking up out of 2.
Pit road is now open.
What do you think? Should I take tires? No, I wouldn't give up this track position for that. Just gonna have to stay out here with these crummy old boots the whole time. So, we just cruise around and be thankful that our safety rating isn't plummeting at this second. We still have a lot of laps to go. Still have 40 laps left of this race. It's a long time under green. So, you know, some stuff's gonna shake out. Either Adam's got... Gosh darn it. Try to drink something here. Adam's either got a car to stay with me, and I mean, this track, it's just one of those tracks that it's like the person who has the best car that works the tires the best. I mean, that's pretty much, you know, all things being equal, that's the guy who's going to probably win. Last race was really interesting. I actually had already said good win to Andreas, and someone else actually came up out of nowhere and took the win, Steven. So I accidentally gave the kudos to the wrong guy in the last race, but because Andreas was in the front the whole race. So again, you know, and you look at that, and he got like a mega lap. The Steven who won, he got it, or Stefan, excuse me, not sure, but got such an amazing run. It must have been because he did on lap 50, he did his fastest lap, so he must have really been drafting somebody, and he went significantly faster than everybody. I'm sure faster than I'm gonna get to go in this race. So you just don't know. I mean, the person who, the driver who's got the car at the end is probably the one that's going to end up winning. And, you know, who is it going to be? Is it me? Because really, the only thing I'm fearful of with this car is the snap oversteer. Like, I have driven this car definitely upwards of 40 laps, on one like all green flag straight through just to see what this setup would do. I tried driving it around different points of the track to, you know, dodging in and out, driving it, you know, inside, outside, and corners and stuff to try to check out how it handled. And I mean, it was just doing whatever I wanted it to do, and mostly it was just hanging on the groove out of turn 4. And I just love that. And then, like I said, it's just like a rail here in 1 and 2. So I don't even know what my speed is looking like right now through 1 and 2 so far, but when I can get this thing up and running, it's good. So the point is, I feel real confident in it. It's just, it's going to come down to who, you know, can he peak his setup at the end? Or am I going to start to pull out a gap on him? You know, is he going to try to conserve tires? What's going to happen?
Catch the pace car. Pace car's in. Green, green, green.
Left it a little bit longer. Just because I've been doing it a little bit earlier. I've been going a little bit earlier, so. Just gotta work that. Just gotta work the tires a little bit. Still a bit loose, or still a bit tight on entry. Let's see if that changes. Hopefully it does. And we're not taking off and leaving him, but let's see how this works out next couple of laps.
That car is not a lead lap car.
Getting a little closer. Now we're flat. It's the part I expect people's tires are going to start to give out a little bit. Well, Adam just lost second. Oh, he got passed by a lap guy? Oh no, that worked. He seems to be struggling a little bit, Adam does. He's drifting back a little bit. This, I'm not looking at the iRatings of anybody, so I don't really know, but before I entered, this looked like it was going to be like maybe a 1700, 1800s strength of field, so who knows. But it doesn't, I don't think it's anywhere near as tough as the last race in terms of the strength of field. So I'm talking about with this thing on rails, it just, love it.
Line up single file. Pit road is closed. Catch stop 15 stop. Catch the pace car.
So 26, very shortly we're about to get to halfway. Checking up out of 2.
Pit road is now open.
So I'm not even sure what my fastest lap was, but I finally started getting it hooked up, as you can see. Still, I can't say I've had a fully hooked up lap yet. It's been close, but not yet.
Was there a big wreck somewhere?
So I don't know the answer to that question because I wasn't looking at the back of the field, but I'm guessing it was something to do with somebody, a single car wreck or something, brought out the caution. So we're gonna have another 2 laps of caution. And kind of don't want them to send this guy around, but he was fast, so I don't know if I want him taking a look down my inside on the race restart. We'll see if we can pull out a little bit on him. Hopefully he's not a very good restarter and he slows down our main guy back there, Adam. I'm kind of curious, I don't really know who's been doing great so far this race. Oh, I see Andrea dropping back down. He and I had a coming together in the IndyCar race. Very unfortunate. It's just, you know, this iRacing thing it's tough. It is, in so many ways, it's like the real thing, but you can do as many races as you want. So, like, while you want a result really bad, unless you're doing a league race or the one and only high strength of field race in the week, you always have a chance to come back and do better. So this is definitely one of the things that I'm taking to heart, and this is, you know, a much better way to go forward. Just not getting too upset when things don't go your way. You have a bad race, make contact, or you have something stupid like a snap oversteer on a setup that you thought you tested, and you know, you get it into the race and all of a sudden the thing wants to spin in 1 and 4 unexplainably and hasn't wanted to do since. So
Okay, bud, green flag next time by.
anyway, I just hope all those fans, I mean, there's like a lot of fans in the stands, if you can see that. And
Is
I
there
mean,
a preferred gear to start in here? Any opinions?
obviously I'm not going to chime in on that one. Yeah, maybe I will.
1 and 2 are so short. I've been starting 2. I mean, I was up towards the front, but Guess it depends where you're at.
I'm just talking restart so I don't get run over.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna help
that's
these
what I'm saying,
guys.
One or two. I mean, if you're in the back or
It's
in the mid,
it's
Either way it
one
works.
essentially, but you could start in
Simple.
two. It's just you. I think you got to be a little bit better with it. Like you got to be ready to upshift in one, in gear one.
I'm used to second in stock cars. I didn't figure it applied here.
Pace car's
I didn't know.
leaving. Green, green, green. Okay, we're halfway to the finish.
Okay. Trying not to let that guy get back up here so he can get his lap back. I mean, to some degree, I'd almost let him. Hopefully, he and the guy behind Adam they have issues. Like somebody got loose and lost it off of 2 or something. So yeah, this setup is just tight first lap or 2. Adam's getting around him. So just settle in. Let's see if we can do anything. Now we're flat.
That car's a lap down. Got one inside.
Thanks, Chris.
Inside.
It's a 30.085. Picked up over a second on Adam there. Still flat.
20 to go inside.
It's a 30.003. That's good. So 19 to go. 2-second lead. 9.1 second gap to the guy in front. Setup is just a sweetheart. I hope it hangs on because it is just driving beautifully. I hope I hang on. 5 seconds in front, 3 seconds in back.
Max 13.
Mine was not exactly perfect, but it's okay. I'm trying to let the car ride out. In the first race with the snap over steer, I tried to keep the car pinned on the bottom and coming out of 4, and I just, I don't want to take a chance on that again. Plus, with this gap, we don't really have anything to worry about here. Just guys like this. That was close. Like the Fernando Alonso livery there. Chris Blackstock. Looks like Adam's having a little fight with Chris Blackstock back there. So we have 8.7 seconds to the next lap car. See what I mean about how hard this car wants to be thrown into turn 1? I love it when cars do that, because it's like, I believe that you're gonna make it, car. And there, like I said, it's like on rails there. You just don't want to... I mean, it'll let you pinch it in a little bit more on exit. That's what I was saying, is I was getting all wrapped up in it, because you actually do get a better lap time if you exit here on the inside. But again, I don't want to take... I'd rather just spread the tire load and kind of keep it on the rails than trying to pinch it and take a chance on cooking the right rear. That's basically what I'm trying to say. .9 in front, 5.6 behind. So you can see how hard I can throw it in there. And it's just, this is why I was perplexed in that first race with the snap oversteers, because this thing is, it's stuck to the track. Oh boy. Man, I was hoping to just reel them off until the end of this one. Checking up in 2. And we had like 5 seconds on the other guy.
The road is now open.
State's not
Catch
on
the night
Tuesday.
car.
I saw that. You could drive through the pace car though.
My suspension damage really scared me. It started to wiggle it a little bit.
Well, we were kind of running away with it there. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but we, yeah, it was looking real good to just finish that one under green. I could definitely have used a nice easy end to a race, if you know what I mean. But
13, you gotta speed up a little bit.
again, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how this plays out. Nobody seemed to have anything for me on that last restart. Adam did a little bit.
Wow, there hasn't been a caution in a while. And caution.
Feels like Matt's a young fella competing in here. It's one of the things I love about iRacing is if you're good enough and you can keep it on the track and do well with your safety rating, yeah, I mean, you can get up here and race with the best of the best. Not me, but, you know, real life drivers and the pros who jump on, you can be in a race with them, and sure is different than when I was a teenager. We were, multiplayer was kind of new. It was Grand Prix Legends back in those days, and then later Formula 1 97, 2000, Championship, all those great games, and then finally R Factor, and R Factor was right at the time that Live for Speed came out. I was in my 20s already by that point, but R Factor kind of broke the whole thing wide open, and so did NASCAR 2003, which ironically is what iRacing is based off of. And that's, you know, the more you know. And so, no, it's very true. I guess the guys, Dave and the rest from Papyrus, left. They left there with NASCAR Racing 2003, or they bought it or something. And it's what is now iRacing. And it's so funny because in a lot of ways, it's still, if it's possible to say, it still kind of looks like that old NASCAR Racing 2003, like with awesome updates and everything, but they've made a lot of improvements since then. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying every one of these sims has their like own look, very distinguishable. Which is one of the knocks against R Factor 2, is that no matter how much they seem to throw at it, there's parts of the game that look awesome, and then there's other parts that still look like they're a cartoon game from the 90s or something. I mean, it's just bizarre. But yeah, I was doing kart racing in the 90s, and we were trying to get up into cars, but costs a bit of money. What the heck? Okay, guy came out of the pits just in front of the pace car. Wow, Paulo, that was cutting it close, man. He was possibly gonna have to go to the end of the line if he was not up there in the front. So, all right, I guess we get to go green again. We only got like 5 laps or something, so let's do this. See if we can manage to not screw this one up. Now we got Chris right behind us, so we'll see if he plays the game a little bit better than Adam did. What is this guy doing? This guy's waiting for us, I guess.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green.
Good drive out. Still tight. It's amazing when, I think it's when the pressures come down. It's, man, that's hard. Just gotta be real patient with it. Another yellow, oh man. Oh, looks like Chris took out Adam. Oh. Well, that makes it easier for me. This could be a yellow flag finish. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. Checking up on backstretch.
Pit road is now open.
What do you think? Should I pit? Oh boy. Well, let's hope that nobody comes up here and hits me. And then we very well may finish this one under yellow. These guys scare me when they come up so fast like that. Like, I really hope they're not going to take me out. So, let's see. I think we may get like a green-white checkered.
Catch the pace car.
Because this is 53. Oh, we didn't get the 2 yet. So we get 2 next time on 54. And then I think we may finish under yellow. Let's just find out what happened to old Adam. Oh, what happened, Adam? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Not happy with Chris Blackstock.
So they're just gonna end this under caution.
Got at least one person confirming we're going to finish under caution, because it has to, because we're going to get the 2 to green on lap 54, and then we'll get the 1 to green on lap 55, so there's not going to be any time for the green flag to come out. Yeah, so I guess before we get too carried away with what happens next, you know, like I said, I've been taken out of the front.
2 to go.
I've taken myself out of the front.
Top about 16, John.
There's a lot of luck that's involved in just getting through one of these races and not finding yourself in a bad spot.
Good win, number 5.
So the win comment starts now. Oh, that was easy. Not the actual race, but the end there. Just got really lucky that neither one of these guys had a car to come up there and work on me, because I mean, again, I'm not totally confident that this setup, if I have to race it a lot, is going to hang on like it did, but it seemed to put in some really good, really good laps. And it is on rails, so...
All right, bud, bring it home. 1 to go here.
They're saying 1 to go. Well, the bummer of the end of this race for Adam is that he was driving a pretty solid race until he got stuck back behind that lap car. And then it looked like he lost a little bit more time to Chris. And they were battling. And otherwise, I don't know if they would have had anything for me, but there's always a chance, or maybe I would have bobbled. But, nevertheless, not much to do besides not crash coming to the start finish. Alright, well, thank you so much.
Win, number 5.
Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching this race. Hope I paid you back for struggling through those losses. Here's one for you, and our first win in the Pro Series for a couple of weeks, so this has been great. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for a clean race up here. I really appreciate it. Look forward to racing you guys all again. So we'll just do the champions thing and just bring it into the pits. It's not much, but it's a little salute. It's totally unnecessary, but it's a lot like real life. There, I went. We did it. We did it. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. That was an awesome race. Why don't we take a look at the start real quick, since I have a minute. And we'll take a look at the results. Here's the start. Get away cleanly on the first lap. And we'll go back and look at what happened there on that last incident between Adam and Chris. Yeah, so we got a good lead there. Now Adam there is the yellow and pink car. Yeah, we know how we did there. we had a great start. We did lose a little bit of time, but not much. So let's take a look at the last stint here. And see them racing. Actually, we'll go back to the lap before and take a look at them racing. So here's on board. So this is Chris and Adam battling. Let's just see how this went down. I'm up there in front. They're side by side. I love the Canadian flag, and I love the flags up there. That's really cool. So they're side by side. The Labatt, the old Labatt's livery there. Oh, and Chris drifts up. Looks like maybe even a little bit of net code. Yeah, that looked like that could have been a little bit of net code there from my side, because I didn't exactly see them touch. Let's take a look. We can see it a little bit closer. Okay, so let's see if we can. Back it up just a little bit, and then go slow. And yeah, he didn't even make contact. That's just a little bit of net code there. That's unfortunate. So, but we won, and so let's take a look at the final results. Oops. We have these results, where we finished in first. Grid 1, race 1. I don't know if I should tell you this, but I really got to pee. So we're going to take a real quick look. I'll change that later. And so let's see what we got. There it is. 0.16 safety rating increase and a 70 I rating increase. Big time. See you next time. Subscribe for more videos. Thanks.